Yesterday, there was a big post that I covered. I say a big post. It was a post about kind of what to expect this coming weekend in the multiplayer beta. And there was one big catch in the beta notes that didn't really resonate with anyone, including myself. It was that in this coming first weekend, if you pre-order the game, you were only going to be able to play Horde Siege, which was a little misleading. Not that they've done anything, and I say they as in the coalition, not that they did anything wrong. It's just when you kind of look at the history of Gears of War, we had a Gears of War Judgment beta, a Gears 3 beta, a Gears 4 beta, and a Gears 5 beta. Each of those was only, outside of maybe Judgment, all of those were versus multiplayer. And so when that news came out, everybody brought their pitchforks out. We were ready to cancel our pre-orders. People were saying, I waited 7 years and I took time off for this, and I'm not able to play versus multiplayer. What is going on here? I want to give kudos to the coalition for reversing course. Today they did announce that we're no longer doing just Horde Siege this coming weekend. We are also doing versus multiplayer. So in this coming week, starting on August 6th, in just 2 short days, you will be able to play Horde Siege and versus multiplayer. So despite all the negative press, here's what else was interesting. A few hours ago, somehow, some way, either they purposely did it or they accidentally did it. They're calling it a stress test, but users were able to log in past the main menu screen and play Gears of War E-Day, the beta as it is, playing ranked versus, playing Horde Siege, all of it open without any context of, hey, we're doing this. I told you all on my channel here to go ahead and start compiling your shaders because they will take somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes to do it, depending on your PC or console, whatever you're playing on. It just might take a few minutes, and that's going to delay you from getting that start once the servers do go live. I was not aware that there was going to be this large influx of, hey, everybody go play now. They just call in a stress test, but it went well. Everybody seems to be excited. I've seen a few negative reactions, but from those that were able to play, everybody seemed to be saying the right thing, that they did enjoy it. They really do like what's going on. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to them. So that is what happened yesterday and today. But the point of this video is really to give the coalition and the whole entire Gears of War team kudos for reversing course, deciding to go ahead and implement versus multiplayer this first coming week. And in addition to that, I think it just goes to show that this is a new regime leading Gears of War into the future. I think that as consumers, we've been watching this with all the Xbox press that's been generally bad. But now that we can see what's going on and the vision with exclusives coming back, Xbox and the coalition need a win with Gears of War E-Day. That's not to say Gears 5 and Gears 4 were not successful in their own right, but I feel like the hype for those games is not what it should have been compared to what Gears 1 through 3 were. We now have a chance. When I say we, the coalition, even though I don't work for them, I wish them the best on this, but they do need this to be a successful game. It's been 7 years since we've had a main story launch for Gears. We had Gears Pop and Gears Tactics. Obviously, those did not go too well with the community. I really think that we have a chance with Gears of War E-Day. I know they do too. And I really do believe the reason that they were only going to put Horde Siege in week 1 was to get feedback on something that they have probably spent a ton of time building with such a large-scale city and map, and all the refinements that they've done to Horde, knowing that it's a risky change for those that have played Horde so consistently. I have seen it all in the comment section the last few days. Where is Classic Horde? Where is Classic Horde? And I've responded to almost every single comment on this channel for the last few days. I will promise you and tell you, Horde Siege is fun. Just stick with it. I will also say, you're not wrong to say, where is my Classic Horde? But I will also challenge you and say this. We cannot continue to go down the same path if we want to continue to see the Gears of War franchise be successful and be a mainline game for the Xbox brand. I think we're kind of seeing that with Gears of War E-Day being the first hard reset, if you will, Xbox Studios. So this really is contingent on being successful for not only the coalition but in Gears of War. This is just my opinion. There's no one saying that, but that's my opinion. But again, kudos to the coalition and Xbox for